What's been the most impactful death in your life you experienced so far?
The most impactful one is my mother, my mom. When I lost her, that was the biggest one.
How did she pass, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a lung disease. It's actually called scleroderma. Kind of hard to pronounce, but yeah, she passed back in 2018, like 21 days or 11 days before my 22nd birthday.
And for time reference, it's July 2021 now. Now, with all due respect, was this a death that was imminent, or was this something that caught everyone by surprise?
It was definitely a surprise because she was in the hospital and they were telling us they were gonna release her. It was actually over the weekend when she passed. They told her they were gonna release her on Monday and she passed on a Saturday. So we just came over there Friday night and she was perfectly fine. Like, you know what I mean? We were over there talking to, you know what I mean? She was in good spirits. She was like, it was nothing wrong at all. And then like Saturday night, like Saturday, well, really Saturday morning, middle of the night, they called and were saying that things weren't looking good and everything just took a whole turn from her getting released to now she's on, she needs to be put comfortable or, they kind of give you that little ultimatum. How you want to go about it? You want to make her comfortable or, you know, um, basically just let her pass, pull the plug.
Prior to her death, how long had you known about the disease? How long did she know about the disease?
She had known about it for like 3 years, but this is the thing about it. Like, we were going to different doctors, and they kept on giving her different diagnosis. Yeah, like they kept saying it was one thing, and so they kept giving her medicine for a bunch of other stuff that wasn't even a problem. And then we finally, because I stay in Charlotte, so like, well at that time I was in Charlotte with them, but I we went to university with her. We went to all the this what is it called? I believe it's CNC Medical, yeah, down there. So like we went to all the hospitals local to us, and none of them had an idea. And we had to take her all the way to Duke, and that's where they diagnosed her with scleroderma. And this was like I want to say 2 to 3 months before she passed. So like it was kind of too late once we got to Duke and they got the problem figured out. So she really didn't know until like I said 2 3 months before she passed about the actual real disease.
Now, there may be some people watching this that are not familiar with this disease, may have never even heard of it. Can you explain what it is, how one catches it, that sort of thing?
So I do know it's in the family of lupus, but it is a rare disease. It's real rare. Yeah, I don't really know exactly how you can catch it. I believe she was saying, well, actually I do. She was saying it had something to do with Roundup, the bug spray. Like apparently she was like using that on the yard on the like yearly basically. Like that was like one of her go-to things she used. And then they put out something about Roundup about them having problems with people having lung issues and lung diseases that were using that use that product. So yeah, that was one of the things the doctors mentioned that was probably played a cause in it.
Do you remember the last time you spoke to her before she passed?
Yeah, I spoke to her. It would have been the day before she passed. I spoke to her and talked to her that night.
And what was that convo like?
I mean, it was just like I'm ready for you to come home. She was ready to come home. She was just saying she wished she could come home, but they won't let her come home. And yeah, just kind of one of those situations where she was ready to go. You know how it is when you've been laying up in the hospital for week after week. You ready to go. That's kind of how she felt. So
Ready to go home, not ready to pass away.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like ready to go home. Like she was tired of being at the hospital. She didn't want to be. She didn't want to go from the jump.
And this was a good conversation you had, or you left on a good note.
Yeah. So we definitely left on a good note. Last words I said to her was "I love you," and she said she loved me back. So we left on a good note, I would say.
How were you notified she passed?
By the doctor, we were actually on the way to the hospital because they called us. Like I said, it was over the night on a Saturday. It was probably like I want to say 6, 7 in the morning, and then they told us that it was looking bad. We need to come down there, and then like we told them we're gonna get like an hour worth rest of sleep, then we gonna head that way because Raleigh's like three. I want to say 2, 3 hours from me. So yeah, so it's a good little drive to get down there. But so yeah, like we had to, get prepared for the drive. But by the time we got there, it's like 30 minutes till, and they called us and said that she passed.
Do you actually see her pass away? Do you actually see her passed away?
Yeah. So I seen her body. Like yeah, I had to go in there and do that.
Is that something I can get into detail with or no?
I mean, what's the details?
Well, I know this is a sensitive subject.
Yeah. I mean, you can go into detail with like, what's the question? I mean, like, what do you mean?
What did she look like? What did
I mean, she didn't look. She looked like she was not happy. I mean, she looked like she was fighting. She was fighting it, and it didn't look like she passed gracefully, like like you would hope for somebody to pass. Like she was, fighting it, trying to fight back.
do you actually see her take her last breath or no?
No. So we wasn't there. We were in the car when they called when she took her last breath. So we didn't get there till like I said, 30 minutes later.
But you do see her passed away.
Yeah. So I did have to go to the ICU and do that.
When you see her in that state, what do you do?
I mean, immediately, like I had it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it. Like it was a weird reaction. Like I kind of got like lightheaded, and I kind of went into sweats, and I just like I started throwing up in the bathroom, and then I kind of cried in the bathroom for a little bit, and then got myself together and went back out there and kissed her on the forehead.
As far as her looks, were her lips of a different color? Was her face of a different color?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like and at that point she had already started like to turn like she was cold and she started turning like like I want to say like purple kind of like she starts turning like like kind of like a more of a darker color.
You attend her funeral?
Yeah. I had to do all that.
Was that your first funeral ever?
Nah. I done been to a lot of funerals.
Who showed up?
I mean, all of my family, all her friends.
Some people don't go to funerals. Some people stop going to funerals. What's your stance on funerals?
I mean, to be honest, like that's like the only time you really see your family. Cause that's how my family is. Like they don't even really be getting together that much. So like I see my family a lot at funerals. So like I mean I don't want to say it's. I mean it's like I said it's a good and a bad thing I guess you could say because it kind of bring people together, even though it's not a good occasion, but it's good that you get to see your people because y'all don't actually hang out like that.
Have you ever stopped going to funerals or chose not to attend a funeral?
It was one like I skipped out on one funeral, and well actually it was two. I skipped out on two, and that's because like I had like a rough like really 2000. Cause my mom passed 2018, so like from 2017 to 2020, I lost probably like four. I say maybe five people in that time span, like cousins, uncle, like like close people.
Any of those funerals that you didn't attend, was that something you ever regretted or no?
I mean, I did, but like, I really, it's kind of like at that point in time, it was so many funerals back to back. I couldn't make them all. Like, and it was kind of like I was already tired of going to funerals at that point. So I was like, man, like, I couldn't do it.
When it comes to your mother's funeral, did you speak at it?
No, I didn't speak. No, I didn't speak because I ain't really like a vocal person like that. I don't even really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't speak because I didn't have much to say. I'd already done been drained out at that point.
Financially, was it something you chipped in on?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, to be honest, like the funeral home really blessed us. They looked out because we didn't even have the money to cover the funeral, but we had a funeral home that they basically did a loan for us to where like they let us they basically covered everything for us. It was like I want to say 15, 16 grand and all, and I got her a nice casket, got us limo, whole nine, did the whole service for us, and they let us do that without paying them a penny up front, and then we did a payment plan, and we still paying them back right now as we speak for that.
How have you coped since the death of your mother?
I mean, like, it's kind of like it's something you ain't gonna really ever get over. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like there's no way to really to to deal with that. I feel like, cause it's like like that's gonna forever be with you. Like that's just a stain you gotta wear the rest of your life.
Is it something that you've received professional help with at all, mentally?
No. I mean, I don't think I need it to be honest, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
What did her death teach you? What did you learn from this, if anything?
I learned that this world is all about money. Like everything's about money, cause like that was like the main thing. Like the hospital didn't even really care about the death. I feel, cause it was like right after she passed, like literally like we on the way home, like 20 minutes on the road, they call us and ask, can they have her eyes? Like, and obviously, like that's something they supposed to do. That's their job. But it's kind of like I feel like that was kind of insensitive. You know what I mean? Because we just lost her, and you calling me 20 minutes later talking about can you have her eyes? Like hell no. Like what the fuck? So like I don't know. I just feel like I learned that everything was about money, and then on top of that, her estate and all everything else, like that money and all her bills and stuff that she had to pay, that's still there. So like anytime we want to take on that, we gotta pay those bills off first to even claim her estate. So I learned all that. So it's like this shit is about money. Like if you ain't got no money, like you can be dead on the side of the street and nobody gonna care.
Now, sometimes when it comes to a death of this nature, one would turn cold, negative, a savage, so to speak, and others become strong, positive, motivated. Which avenue did you take after her death?
I think I took a little bit of every avenue. Cause I mean, like I said, I have my days where it's like I can use it for good, and I can also use it for bad. That's kind of how I look at it, cause it's it's something that's gonna always push me and kind of just make me wanna do more and just kind of compete at a higher level. Cause it's kind of like I feel like I got a chip on my shoulder. Like I feel like I lost something big at an early age, so it's kind of like I wear that on me to where it's like I feel like that's just it's gonna make me go hard at anything I'm doing.
What do you miss the most about her?
I mean, the most I would say I miss the cooking and just the overall affection just from having a woman that cares about you. You know what I mean? Besides a significant other, you know what I mean? Because that's two different types of love. But yeah, just having that, you know, the unconditional love. Basically, that's the main thing.
What was your favorite item she cooked?
Seafood lasagna. Yeah, that's good.
Is that something you've had another person try to replicate, or is that something you'll just never mess with or touch again because that was your mom's thing?
Well, her sister, she'll do it every now and again. Like she'll take it on and she'll do it. She'll make it. But I've never tried it. No, I'm not even much of a cook at all. So
How does her sister's cooking? Her sister or your sister?
Her sister.
How does her
She's
sister?
got a twin sister actually. Her
Your
cooking's-
aunt.
Yeah, my aunt.
So how does your aunt's version of that dish compare to your mother's?
I say it's pretty good. I won't say it's better, but I mean, it's good.
Do you have a favorite memory of your mother you'd like to share with us today?
I say a real good one is when I graduated from high school. Like just how proud she was, and then like it was kind of funny because it was hot. It was real hot that day, and I remember when I graduated, we were out in the field, and then all the other parents were taking pictures on the field or whatever, right after they finished graduating, taking little pictures. And I'm walking around like, damn, where my family at? Like, and I call my mom, and she like, we at the house. Like, it's too hot outside. So I had to take my graduation pictures at the crib in front of the house because they didn't want to sit outside.
What high school you graduate from?
I was down in Mooresville at that time.
Did her death change the direction of your music at all?
I don't think it changed the direction of it. I would say like it kind of just made me want to be more dedicated, like just go harder and take it serious.
Have you mentioned her in your music?
Yeah, I got songs about her where I ain't put them out yet though.
Why not?
I feel like I'm gonna wait until like I kind of get more established as an artist, and then I'll start dropping those personal tracks because it'll be more valuable at that point.
Were those songs that you created about your mother spontaneous or premeditated? This is something you wanted to make in advance. You knew you wanted to do it. Or was
I'd
it a
say,
beat
like,
you heard that got you to create this?
Well, I made one song that was like requested, like my one of my cousins, like my aunt's daughter, she requested it for me to make a song about her, and I did it. But yeah, the other one I made, it was just kind of like random. Yeah, I just heard the beat.
How long? Which came first? Which song? The one that was by request or the one that you heard the beat?
Well, the one I heard the beat was the first one, cause that one, like I said, I just kind of the vibe that I had, it just kind of took me there.
Time-wise, after her death, how long was it before you actually create that song? Rough estimate.
I'd say probably like a year, cause I couldn't write music for like, yeah, I didn't write music for like a year after she passed, so it's like a year.
How does one know the right time to create a song of that magnitude?
I don't know. I don't think it is the right time. I mean, I feel like it's kind of like just it's up to you. It's kind of like if you want to take on that challenge or not.
The first song you made about her that was spontaneous when you heard the beat, were you emotional creating or recording that song?
I was definitely emotional, like writing it, yeah, and recording it, yeah, I would say.
To the point you shed a tear?
Yeah, like listening to it, yeah.
Do you record these emotions?
Nah, I don't record like crying.
Was it a point it became too much to finish?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, cause I know like I'm listening to it myself for so long before I actually put it out to everybody else. So any point in time, I could just come back in and add to it.
Other family members heard this first song you created about her?
Nah, they haven't heard that one. Like that's one that's like I've only heard that one. Like that's only me.
The one that was requested by your aunt's daughter, other family members heard that one?
Yeah, a few.
What was their reaction?
They like it. Like I mean, it's like one of their favorite songs by me that's not out.
I know you haven't released these songs, but when you choose to do you think you will create a music video for them as well, or just more so just releasing the song?
Yeah, I do a video. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do the video. I most likely.
Did your mother do music herself at all?
No, she didn't do any music.
She knew you were doing music, though.
Yeah, she definitely knew that. Yeah, she knew that because it was a point where I was recording in my room and she would hear it.
Hypothetically speaking, what do you think she would think of where you're at in your music career right now?
I think she'd be proud. I mean, like I said, especially coming from, like I said, rapping in the room, rapping in the bathroom. So I mean, yeah, she'd probably definitely be proud.